It's time for the Drink O'Clock podcast. Talking to esports and streamer personalities from around the world. So pour yourself a stiff one, sit back and relax, and let's get to it. And now, here's your host, Rob Max ABV Valencius.
Shitty day at work, so now they give me a fucking 18-second counter. I'm telling you, man, this shit fucks with me, bro.
It already started recording on my end.
Really? Yeah, it's giving me the
There's no countdown.
The -5. All right, 3, 2, 1. It's probably fucking recording anyway, dude. I think it just loves to fuck with me. But
I mean, that's what Premiere Pro is for, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I know, dude. I've actually really enjoyed editing my own videos. I've gotten really fucking good at it, and I think it's a good skill to have, to be honest. But before we jib, this is episode 6 of the Drink Clock podcast. My name's Rob, handle Max ABV. I have a great guy, Twitch partner, Ethan Benard, with me here today. What's up, man?
Oh, Twitch partner, my ass, bro. You got like 20 viewers
Come on, man.
in September, brother.
Hey, I gotta talk you up, man.
Yeah, partner came at a crazy time, bro.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're definitely gonna get into that. But I always like to start these off. I'm sure you had to drive into the office, so you're not drinking. But I'm a fucking degen. So anyone listening, I like to actually change my shot glasses every episode. So like me and my fiance, we travel a lot, so we buy shot glasses in any city that we're gonna be in. So today I'm gonna honor Vegas because it's my favorite fucking place on the planet, and it is really the city that never sleeps. Outside of New Orleans, I would die if I stayed there for longer than a day. So I appreciate you jumping on with me, man. So let's.
Hey, I've never had a sip of alcohol before, but I got my hydration drinks, brother.
Let's go. Well, good for you, man. Don't do it. It's fucking horrible.
I
don't even want to see what my liver looks like,
bro. You know.
You know what? I feel like if you did though, at some point while you're playing Valorant, you'd feel better because half the time Valorant makes me drink.
Valorant is the thing in my life that has brought me closest to being an alcoholic furthermore than anything else, by far.
It's crazy, man. And it's a shame because I enjoy the game. It's just, we're going to get into that too. But so I always like to start this off by kind of like how I met you. So I was, I tried to stay off TikTok. I tried. I waited a very long time. People would fucking send me TikToks. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And then one day I fucking caved, and then I caved, and I went into some fucking rabbit hole just like you do with YouTube, and it was bad. But yeah. I stumbled upon your TikTok, which kind of fed me into your Twitch, and that was kind of when you were at your prime, right? You were getting, what, like 200, 300, 400 viewers?
Yep.
And I loved your vibe. You were cracking me the fuck up, dude. And I obviously I still watch you all the time. So that's kind of wild how I ran into that. So the first thing I want to talk about a little bit was like how you got into TikTok. It seems like you kind of cracked the code there for a while of filtering people from your TikTok to your Twitch, which I thought was really good. So talk a little bit about that.
Dude, it's all entertainment value, bro. Like that, there's a reason when you're on TikTok, you see these TikTokers that have literally 1 million followers. And when you go to their Twitch page, they average like 10 viewers. It's all about entertainment value because a lot of these TikTokers just think that they can get their audience to come over just by existing, right? The whole point of the TikTok that I created was literally just to push viewers to Twitch. Everyone I know is like, Ethan, why is your Twitch pop-up so big? Ethan, why don't you post anything other than Twitch clips? It's because the TikTok community isn't worth creating high-value content for 99% of the time. Like, the sheer purpose of TikTok is to drive that audience, as much of it as you can, to a different platform. So I would literally, I came out of the gate on TikTok. First Twitch clip I ever posted got like 250,000 views. And I just, I started posting twice a day. And then I started posting 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Then I ended up scheduling a clip every 4 hours. I would have a new clip on TikTok. And then on Twitch, dude, every time my Twitch viewership goes up, something stupid happens. And then it goes away. Like during the Valorant beta, I averaged like 14, maybe 1,100 viewers, And then my PC, gone. So I couldn't stream for 3 months. Came back, 50, 60 viewers, held that until last March. And then I started TikTok. It went from 50 to 100. Next week was 150. Next week was 200. Next week was 300. Then 400. Then on the stream, before the climax of my life, basically, I averaged 1,400 viewers with no hosts. It's a snowball, dude.
And that's fucking wild, man. You did that all yourself. You did it all organically. I mean, and this is coming from someone, I put my stream on pause because I'm actually really enjoying the podcast side of it. I actually really just enjoy interviewing people, shooting the shit, talking to people more. There's so many trolls, man. And we're going to talk about that because that's part of your shtick is the trolls.
Oh, yeah.
But it's really fucking hard to average even 10, 15, 20. So for you to average that many, even to come back and still average 50, 60, even what you're doing now with 20, it's not hard, or it's not easy to do that. So, I mean, honestly, dude, whatever you're doing, it's working. So keep doing it. I love your content. It fucking cracks me up.
I appreciate
that, dude. And anyone I have on here so far, it's people I really enjoy. I could sit down and just have your shit up, and I'll have an earbud in, and I'll be typing up, if I'm working or whatever. And it's something I could just, you'll say shit, it'll crack me the fuck up, especially when you get mad. You remind me of me half the time, dude, because when you get fucking mad, especially when it's I was watching your Overwatch 2 streams, you're like, fuck this game. And I'm like, dude, everything you're saying, it's shit I've said. So, but your shtick is internet trolls. And, let's talk a little bit about that because, dude, I've seen some fucked up shit that people say to you.
Oh yeah, every day.
It is curmudgeon shit. It's shit that I wouldn't even say in my mind about a human, and they just say it because it's the internet.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that shit? Just logistically, I'm not saying I'm a fragile person, but I do have a bit of an ego sometimes. And if just one person said shit, I got one negative comment on a video that I posted. It was my first negative one. That's how I know I'm doing something decent.
Yeah.
Is that I got a negative comment. How does that affect your mental? I mean, it's got to fuck with you a little bit, doesn't it?
Bro, last year it didn't. I'm going to be dead ass, bro. Last year, I'm pretty sure all those people saying horrific things, fat fuck, kill yourself, etc., those are literally the people that made my Twitch blow up. Because those TikToks, they're just Twitch clips, bro. I didn't do shit. I don't edit shit. I just put them in the vertical format. I click upload. I was, like I said, literally every 4 hours, bam, 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 bam. No effort whatsoever. Most viewed clip of the day, clip it, edit it, post it. I don't give a shit. I didn't give a shit what it was. I barely took the time to trim them. But literally the hate comments on those TikToks is what gave them that boost in the algorithm, and then they started getting shown to more and more people.
That's crazy, dude, when you think about it.
So, listen,
all that fucked
keep it
up
a buck
shit
with you, bro. Last year, last April, when you're averaging hundreds of viewers and you're making thousands of dollars, I didn't give a shit about the hate comments, bro. Screw the hate comments. I had just made what I made in 2020 in 1 month of 2021.
That's wild,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
I made like $4,800 last April.
Holy
Which for
shit.
even a streamer of like with a few hundred viewers, that's a lot of fucking money.
Is that so? Did you have TikTok monetized as well?
No.
Or was that Twitch and TikTok, or was that just Twitch?
I have made $15 off of TikTok ever.
Wow.
Because I turned on a tip button, and one dude gave me $15 on the first day I turned it on. That's it. That's the only monetization I've ever received from TikTok.
That's wild, dude. And like I said, I'm impressed, man. Like, you did that all yourself. Like, a lot of people try to take the easy route, or they would try to change up and switch their shit, and you just kind of like fed into it. And you know, for me, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I think if I was making $5,000 in a month, I'd probably be able to just be like, I don't know, fuck those guys.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that made it easy. Because the response on stream
and this is coming from
so
someone
different. You know what I mean? Like, sure, there would be like probably banning 50 to 100, if not more, a day. Probably way more than that, actually. With
your mods were like,
with how many viewers we had back then, probably.
Your mods were on point, bro.
But like,
I saw your mods were running around like crazy.
You'd have a new person timed out every 2 minutes, or a new ban every minute or two.
Wild.
Through these like 4, 5, 6 hour streams. But you know, it didn't
really
matter because of how many how active it was back then. It's a lot harder now. I will say that.
And this is coming from someone like you know, and I talked about this on my last stream. I even shared my screen, but I was a fat kid growing up, dude. I was bullied. People beat the shit out of me. I did not have an easy life up until like the end of 8th grade, and that's when I decided I'm like, fuck this. I just didn't eat for like 2 months, and I lost. You know, when you're a kid, you can lose weight super quick. But I was bullied my entire life. Like, I was always a fat kid, and I'm a fat kid now because you know, when you hit your 30s, you eat one piece of bread, you fucking gain 10 pounds. It is what it is, you know. But it's kind of it's tough because you know, you're trying to do you, and you know, with the internet, man, these fucking kids, they don't like, you know, you get punched in the fucking face if you said any of the shit that these kids say now, but because the internet's a shield, they think they could get away with saying whatever the fuck they want. But I'm sure, how tall are you, Ethan?
Bro, I'm like,
you're tall as fuck,
a human
right?
monolith. All right.
Okay, so they would not fucking
wide
say
shoulders. I weigh almost 600 pounds, and I'm 6'5".
They would not say that shit if they saw you in public. They would fucking run.
Yeah.
I'd run in the opposite direction. And I would never say that shit.
I mean,
it's
I'm
just
not
the way of the world
an
today.
intimidating person. I think I'm actually a pretty good people person, like when I want to be. But like,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna say shit. Like they could try, but honestly, like
Jesus Christ, bro, you're 6'5". I would kill to be right. I'm barely. Okay, so
dude,
for a while
I'd
I
be
was
dead
saying
without my weight, 100%.
I was saying I was 5'6" for years, and then one year I went to the doctor. They you know, weighed me. They did the fucking stupid scale shit. They're like, yeah, you're like 5'5" and a quarter. I'm like, fuck. I am fucking small, bro. And you know what? It is what my brother's taller than me, and I'm 5 years older than him. You know? It is what it is. I'm blessed with no hair. I'm fucking gray. You know, I got more gray hair than my dad does at this point. But enough about me.
Bro, the
I just think it's
hospital tried to do me dirty earlier this year, bro. All right? They had I don't know how incompetent. I know how incompetent the healthcare system is after being in the hospital for 2 months last year, and I'm sure we'll talk about that later.
yeah.
But holy shit!
Well,
brother,
hold on
they had me listed as 5'5"
What?
in my record.
Bro, I could see
Because
just
when
from
I
your
said
shoulders up that you're not 5'5".
6'5", I'm pretty sure the person in the hospital wrote down 65 inches. So they had me as 5'5" in my medical record, and when they remeasured me, they said 6'4.5".
That is,
Which is
fucking crazy.
bullshit. Because they put me in this tiny ass corner. I couldn't get my heels all the way back up against the wall. But she wouldn't put 6'5". No matter, I told her, like, listen, lady, I know how tall I am. She wrote 6'4.5". Now, you know, they're just lying. Can't trust
This
those medical
bitch.
records, dude.
So let's get into that. So for the viewers who have never saw your streams or Twitch or anything, you had and this is let me kind of talk about like what happened with me. So I was watching your stream every day. I'm like, yo, this is great. I got to jump in here. I got to see what new shit, fucking dumb shit people are going to say and how he reacts, you know? It was like my daily thing. And I'm sure it was like that for a lot of people. And then you weren't around.
Yeah.
You disappeared. And you know, we didn't hear anything. I didn't see you we didn't see anything, I think, for what, like a week or two?
At least, yeah.
And that's when I think your parents went on your Twitter and kind of tweet out, hey, you know, Ethan got COVID. You know, it's not good. He's in the hospital. It was bad. And that's when it became real to me. I'm like, fuck, I really enjoyed fucking watching this dude. Like, what the fuck is going on? I hope he makes it through. And dude, you know, for a lot of people, you know, you got all these liberals and shit, you know, whatever, far left, far right, whatever you are. And they're like, COVID isn't real, whatever. My mom got COVID. She almost fucking died. It's some serious shit. And a lot of people want to just not look at it, or because you're young, you don't even want to think it exists. Well, guess what? People got it. People died. You know, young people, old people, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and some people are more susceptible to getting it than others. It's a real thing. It happened. And you know, it happened to you. So talk a little bit about your experience. I mean, you almost fucking died. So I think it's pretty, you know, well, it's interesting to talk about. But we're happy you didn't die.
Yeah.
And you're making content still. So talk a little bit about that, your experience, what you had to go through, and kind of like where you are now as to where you were, you know, a year ago.
Well, bro, like, think about it from my perspective, right? I was on a ventilator for 10 days after I got admitted. So not only because of the medications that I was on during the ventilator do I not remember anything prior to waking up, but I also don't remember even getting sick in the first place. Wow. Like, in my mind, it went from...
How do you think you got it, by the way?
I have no idea. My dad teaches at a super liberal college, so he probably got it teaching and then brought it home or whatever, you know?
Didn't even know. Yeah, hey, it could happen.
But no, think about it from my perspective, though, right? Like, I remember the Saturday night, which I think was like April 26th. I got the welcome to the partner program email.
I saw. I liked your Twitter,
that
and I feel like I retweeted it.
I went to bed, and then I woke up 15 days later in the ICU.
Wow!
Like, straight up, no recollection of anything
wild,
that happened in between that night and waking up in the hospital. So I wake up for the first time in like almost 2 weeks, and this guy's holding up like a freaking gas mask to my face, bro. And I grab his wrist and I said, "Wait, what's happening?" And then they call my parents to make sure to tell them that I was being aggressive. By the way,
what?
Because I grabbed the guy's wrist when he was trying to mask me up after coming to after 2 weeks. Yeah.
What?
Bro, listen, dude. I woke up off that. I was talking right away. I didn't have any of the throat issues. Like, they're like, oh, people's vocal cords get damaged and people have trouble swallowing. I'm like, I didn't have that, thankfully. But,
yeah.
Like, holy shit, bro. I woke up. My arm was the size of a small child. Like, my right arm was, like, freaking this thick, swollen. I couldn't move it. My arm was completely limp. I had no feeling in, like, my right hand. My entire right leg and my right foot was numb. I had, it was just some crazy shit, bro. Because I don't think that hospital took very good care of me when I was on that ventilator. Because I got a pinched nerve or a peripheral nerve injury when I was on the vent. And that's honestly what I've been trying to get, like, work through this past 12 months. Isn't even the repercussions of COVID. It's all the like nerve damage and shit.
I work in insurance, bro. Believe me, I see people die every day.
Yeah.
I hear about crazy shit. I mean, unfortunately, you know, you trust the doctors to make good decisions and the nurses and all that other shit, but half the time they're just fucking guessing.
Yeah.
It's a guessing game with a lot of stuff. And with COVID, I mean, I can only imagine on top of that, they're like, all right, well, this guy's got COVID. We can't touch him. You know, and they're like, all right, we're gonna put him over there, and stay away,
and
so we
an
don't
obese
get it.
patient, which would arguably need to be moved around more, right? Like a bunch of people that I know have told me, like one of the first things you learn in medical profession is range of motion. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep them moving. You can't leave a sedated patient just fucking sitting in the same position, or some bad shit's gonna happen. So I wake up, I can't feel, like, all I feel is pain, literally. Like, I think I spent the first 2 weeks in the ICU just crying because of the pain. Like, they put me on narcotics, whatever the fuck, oxy, all the things that you hear people killing themselves overdosing on, they had me on. I didn't give a shit. I took everything they recommended, nothing helped. It just kind of, like, Christ, it just kind of, you know, I just learned to live with it, basically. But it was ridiculous, bro. I woke up off the ventilator. My entire right arm is like, it looks like a fucking, I'm looking over it like a whale. You know? Like, literally, like, this giant mound of skin. Can't feel it. Nothing but nerve pain. No sensitivity. Can't move it. My arm was limp, I think, for about 11 months. I couldn't even lift it.
Jesus fuck, dude. And like, that's how you make your money. You're a streamer.
Yeah,
you're a gamer.
Listen, I'm still plat in Valorant. I can't even feel my mouse yet. I'm a higher rank than most of Twitch chat, and I can't even feel the fucking thing. And then everyone in fucking TikTok is like, "Oh, this guy fell off. He used to be diamond, now he's plat." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." Yeah, you know, that's one of the biggest things from the hospital. Like, I realized how much of this shit doesn't matter at all. You have the whole Valorant community acting like your rank is your worth. I came out of that hospital, bro. I don't give a fuck about Valorant anymore, dude. It's
You're
ridiculous.
Just fucking happy to be alive.
Like, I woke up off that ventilator. I had all the nerve injury stuff going on. It was like my right foot, my bottom half of my right leg, my entire right arm, and I got a pressure wound in my ass. Like, straight up, bro. Like, they're like, "Oh, this guy has a stage 4 wound. We're gonna have to do surgery on him." I'm like, "No, you're not. Fuck that, bro. I just spent 10 days under sedation. You're not about to fucking shove another tube down my throat and put me belly down on a fucking operating table to do surgery on my ass."
Okay, so I gotta ask, what is a stage 4 wound in your ass? I don't know what a
stage 4 wound is, bro. I literally had a tennis ball-sized hole in my ass.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did it heal?
Yeah, it healed faster than they thought it would. You know, thank you, Jesus. That's what God does. Like, literally, we went to the last wound appointment. I think it was 6 months ago now. And they showed him how big the wound used to be. It's all closed up now. Now I just have a small divot in my ass, which is whatever. You know, I'll take it. It's better than getting, like, fucking bone cancer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they showed
or have anybody touch your ass in general.
Yeah, dude. Like, we showed him the pictures of how big it was when it started, and then he looked at it and he's like, "There's no way this wound healed that fast." I'm like, thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, bro.
I mean, if you didn't believe in religion before,
I mean, honestly,
Jesus,
dude, listen, bro. This hospital, like these hospitals, they had a guy 2 weeks before me who was 25 years old. Picture of health, died on the ventilator. Straight up.
Yeah,
died.
I mean, the ventilator is basically
you're dead.
It was like you're dead,
yeah,
right?
They
I mean,
take people off
what's
that
the
shit
percentage
just to get the money?
Yeah, what's the percentage of people that survive? 2,
with
3%?
COVID, 99% fatality rate is what the hospital said to me. They said that literally there was a 1% chance of me living.
That fucking blows my mind, dude.
Because everyone's like, you would have died if you, like, everyone's like, oh, the only reason you were in the hospital is because of your weight. I'm literally like the most likely scenario, the person who's most likely to fucking die going through what I went through. And I'm still here.
Yeah,
So
I mean, to put it in perspective,
weight has a whole lot to do with it, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I just think, yeah, I mean, to put it in perspective, we had a guy in our office. He was like double your age, obese. I mean, he was probably like 500 pounds. Not healthy, but he got COVID. But he was like a far righter. Basically, he was like, yeah, COVID doesn't exist. Blah blah blah. I'm not wearing a mask. But whatever. Even when we had mask mandates, he didn't wear it. He got it, and he fucking died.
Yeah.
Like, he had 3 kids, like, and he was a picture perfect person. Like, if you get it, it's probably not going to go well for you. So I do think it has a lot to do with your body composition in terms of your immune system. I mean, obviously, if you're obese and you get it, it's not good.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's the form factor saying, like, if you're obese, you're going to die.
No. I think that's what the internet
you
thinks.
Obviously...
But I don't think that's how it
is.
is.
The internet still thinks fucking Tupac's alive. So it's like,
I don't
it's
even
like
know
it's
who
a
that is,
toss-up.
so I'm vibing.
But, dude, I think that that's wild. Like, what's your aspect on life now?
Oh,
Like, has it changed,
not
like,
really.
drastically?
Dude, my mental health has been in the dumpster for this last year. You kidding me, bro? Like every time I go to the doctors and tell them I'm depressed, they're like, "Shut up, idiot! You shouldn't even be alive right now." I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I spent
my God.
4 years, and I know I'm just throwing myself a pity party. I don't care for shit.
Whatever,
I just
dude.
say this
Listen,
I say this every week.
My
bro.
podcast, say whatever the fuck you
I
want,
say
bro.
this every week. I spent 4 years making like $100 a month, dead ass. Like maybe a few hundred if I'm lucky and someone gives some subs. You know what I'm saying? 4 years doing that shit to finally get to the point where I was making good money and I had turned whatever the hell this is called into a viable career. You know?
Yeah.
And then guess what? 2 months in the hospital. Mental health goes away. Finances go away. Audience goes away. Will to live goes away. Well, will to live simultaneously comes back because you didn't realize how much you wanted to stay alive until you almost fucking die. You know?
Wow.
Everyone now people in Twitch chat like, oh, Ethan, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you streaming to 40 viewers? Don't get a 9-to-5 job. It's like, listen, buddy. You didn't have.
Did you almost die, motherfucker?
You didn't have 400 viewers. You've never made $4,800 in a month on Twitch. Like if fat Ethan, who hated himself in 2021, could make $4,800 in a month streaming, imagine what fit Ethan, who doesn't fucking hate himself, will be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, it did not hit you. Like, I remember liking your tweet when you became partner, because I know that that's what you're striving for. I know you applied a couple times and it failed, and then finally you got approved, and I'm like, fucking good for you, man. You're busting your ass, and I got to say I admire that, and then when you disappeared, I'm like, fuck, I hope he's okay. And I'll never forget, I was talking with my buddy Voodoo in Discord. I'm like, bro, I think, because he watches you too, I'm like, I think something happened to Ethan. He's just gone. I was like, he was busting his ass. And like, look, I don't know you, bro. And that maybe it sounds fucking weird, but when you're watching someone for a while, you kind of get to know their content and who they are.
Yeah.
So you kind of feel like you know him a little bit. So I'm like, where the fuck is he? Like, you were what I'd fucking listen to while I'd fucking kill myself at work. And he just disappeared. And I'm like, I hope he's all right. I hope he didn't die. And then when your dad sent that tweet out, I was like, Jesus, fuck. He might die.
Did you see the stream that my dad did?
I saw part of it. I didn't see all of it because some of it I'm doing at work. So like, but I
wish I had saved that VOD, bro. That was iconic. It's the only time my best friend Dan has ever shown himself on camera too.
Really? Mm-hmm. Dude, your dad's a boss. It's something I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit because obviously your parents support what you do. Not every parent thinks video games is a thing, and I still fight with my fiance that video games is a thing and you can make money doing it. But, how has that impacted your life? Like your parent relationship, specifically with your dad, because he's streamed with you. I know he was with you on your recent 24-hour stream, and it just seems like you guys have a great relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been like that. They know I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? Like, me and them both know I've got a good head on my shoulders. And I think last year, if anything, just proved what I've been thinking this whole time. Like, I'm sure they're like, oh, if this doesn't work out, just go to college. Like, sure, whatever. I can go to college when I'm 30. I don't give a shit. Like, this pay is as long as the baseline expenses are being paid, I don't give a shit, bro. Like, if I have to sit here and make $1,000 a month working 150, 200 hours a month, I'll do it. I don't care. Does it suck? Absolutely. But I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd rather, it is what it is. The money thing is the stupidest part about it, but I think after seeing where I got to last year, it's not really a question of, if anymore. It's more of a, when the hell am I going to be able to just kick myself back into gear to do it again,
Well, you're still fucking recovering, right? I mean, you don't just like turn around and be normal you. I mean, how's your arm? Are you still able to
I can
somewhat
lift it
use
now,
it?
but it's weak, bro. I went from being able to curl 70 pounds. I can barely curl a 10-pound dumbbell, which is laughable considering how heavy I am. Mass moves mass. My triceps and my legs are like the legs of a fucking minotaur, bro. When I lose weight, my legs are gonna be nuts. They've literally had, imagine having a quarter ton of weight on them this whole time. So my legs are gonna be fucking crazy. But my arm is still super weak, and everyone in Twitch chat's how much do you bench? I'm like, bro, dude, I can't even go to the gym because they won't let me on the damn treadmill.
I mean, my fucking dog. I'm gonna kill my dog.
You're good.
I left the door open for them to bark at shit upstairs, and they still get down here. I mean, dude, to be honest, I just started getting back into lifting, and I'm a month in, and my max right now is 140, and I mean, when I was younger, my max was 220. So it doesn't take long for you to fucking just deteriorate in terms of what you're able to do. And hey, it is what it is. But if you can just continue to work on it, I think that's the thing is you just got to kind of continue to work on it. Even if it's I work out 20, 30 minutes a day. And that's it. I mean, it's, you don't have to fucking be like a Giga Chad in the fucking gym going, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
You just got to do it, even if it's only 20 minutes, it's something, and you'll eventually build that back up as you go.
Oh yeah. I think it's going to take a long time to build back up.
That's tough,
it's
dude.
crazy, bro. We were oh, Ethan, you should just go on walk. People were oh, Ethan, you should just walk 5 miles a day.
Oh yeah, yeah,
dude.
get right on that.
Yeah, dude, listen, bro, I can barely stand up for 10 minutes without my legs fucking starting to crumble. I go grocery shopping with my parents on the weekends. We walk around a place like Costco for 20, 30 minutes. I feel like I'm about to fall over dead by the time we get back to the car. People don't, literally no one understands, how fucked my body is after last year. It wasn't just oh, you had COVID and he was in the hospital for 2 months. It's imagine your entire body being weakened and then having the nerve pain as a constant alongside it that just doesn't go away. It's ridiculous.
Honestly, bro, yeah, I'm just happy you're alive.
Same.
I love your content.
I wish I could have that mindset. I need to keep grasping onto that, but it's just oh man.
I couldn't imagine. I mean, I talked about this before, but like I just started getting seasonal depression, like probably over the past 2 or 3 years, and I've never been a depressed person. I've never really had anxiety. I've been grateful that that's not something that's really affected me, but I could only imagine what it's like to fucking almost die.
Yeah.
And then, to come back and then also be fucked up on top of it. So like your body's fucked up, your mind's fucked up, and try to recover from that. So, at least you have a good support system with your parents.
Everyone's
right?
like, Ethan, why even you uploaded on TikTok in a month and a half? It's like, brother, every time I could upload a TikTok of my dog, and half the comments would be calling me fat fuck and telling me to kill myself.
That's fucking insane, dude.
So
it's insane.
Like, and I recently someone at TikTok hooked me up with a stream key, so I can like stream to TikTok through my computer or whatever. I haven't gone.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it's just like I already know what it's gonna be, The minute I go live, even if I could probably hold a good audience on there, but like, the chat is gonna be dog shit, dude. I can already tell.
Oh, it's gonna be so much toxicity.
It's going to be one of the worst live stream chats on there. I might just turn the chat off. I don't know.
I mean, it's crazy when you think about it, right? Because like, dude, you know what? Here, I'll talk about this. So, I made a TikTok for my podcast. Never went on anything in my life with that TikTok.
Mm.
My For You page is literally just twerking. Girls twerking.
Yeah.
Never went on a single fucking thing. I was saying this to my fiance. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I get an algorithm works in certain ways. I've never viewed anything in my life on this podcast Twitter or podcast TikTok, and it's just twerking chicks. How does that factor in to like all the other bullshit?
It's probably
that
just
you
the most
normally
popular
go through
thing on the platform.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
And then half the time I'm waiting for fucking Chris Hansen to like, tap me on the shoulder, like, "Hey man, I'm gonna need you to have a seat." You're too old to be viewing this shit. I'm like, the For You page, and he's like, "Nah, it doesn't matter. You're arrested, sir."
Yeah. It's stupid.
So, we'll talk a little bit about your weight loss journey. I know you've been doing some different things with keto. I don't know how like the COVID scare kind of changed.
I was doing so good last year, and now
I know I saw
this
all
year
your shit.
I just fucked it. I mean, honestly though, like my mental health this year. Apparently, that's an excuse, by the way, according to the TikTok comments. Mental health is just an excuse for not losing weight, for wanting to eat and stuff. It's like, dude, honestly, I just don't care. I'm trying, bro, but I'd rather. Listen, bro. I'm just trying to wake up the next morning. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I was at a point where I had lost 100 pounds. I started at 655. I got down to 550 in March. And now I'm back up to around 590. But, like, dude, like, streaming sucks. Like, for mental health, streaming is ass, bro. You can put it 150, 200-hour months. On a good month, I'll make just over $1,000. Like, I made a quite a bit bump more than that in July because it was my birthday. But on any given month, like, if it's a good month, I'll make, like, $1,000. And that's like 150, 200 hours live, not counting any of the editing emails or networking outside of streaming. And people really like, that's when I start to go, bro, maybe the TikTok comments are right, dude. I should just like go back to college and get a fucking cybersecurity degree. You know what I'm saying? But like, I did it once, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did it once. I need to do it again.
I got like 60 grand in student loan debt, and I don't even fucking use. I have an IT degree. Don't even fucking use it. I mean, I'm sure I probably could.
Yeah.
But like, once you get set on where you are and what you're doing, it's tough.
Twitch is a small piece of the puzzle for me, bro. I want to do so much more.
Just keep doing you, man. I mean, you're fucking hilarious. Your content's great. fucking play off whatever you were doing before, you'll get it back. I mean, the internet's a fickle thing, you know. I think you have a good support system, which I think does help. You know, and you know, I'd be happy to always fucking help you, whatever. You know, I'm not big in any aspect, but you know, I hope the podcast eventually does its thing. You know, eventually, you know, it's caught a little bit of steam. I've been enjoying it. I learned a lot of shit about video editing over the past year and doing it all on my own. And you know, it's shit that I think everybody should probably know. Because, dude, video editing's tedious. It's so fucking tedious.
I was started out on YouTube full time.
Yeah, it's so you know it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow the YouTube because I want to filter people into following the podcast. You know, but it's tough. You know, you never kind of really know, you know, what's going on. But
YouTube's changed a lot, bro. Like back when I was doing it, like you had to get, I don't want to say lucky, but like my videos just never hit the algorithm, bro. I made like 250 videos. I made like 6,000 subs, which, you know, it's not bad, but
no.
I make like 2 TikToks and I had like 25K. So it's like,
yeah. Well, they're going for shorts now,
YouTube,
which is basically TikTok.
Well, yeah, like now you can upload shorts and then you can upload a main video in the middle of them, and TikTok will boost that video. Like back when I was making it, I was uploading like a full video a day, and it, you know, the views were anywhere from like 100 to like 15,000 on any given video. There was no like consistency or whatever. It was just like super random. It was awful. It was awful, bro. And then I finally realized streaming was like a way better way to portray my personality and stuff. So I literally just like fucking rented an office and went at it.
I gotta commend that, man, because, you know, that's like taking a risk is something not a lot of people would do. I mean, renting an office, that's a risk. You know, you gotta be able to pay the fucking rent.
Money pit, bro. It is a money pit.
Believe me, I know.
Holy shit.
So, now's what I want to get into a little bit of what I call gaming controversial takes.
Okay.
So there's 2 games I'm gonna talk about. One, Valorant. And what do you feel about the state of Valorant? And I know you play a lot of ranked. What do you think about the new stuff that's coming out? I know they announced Harbor, the new agent, and they haven't really said what he's going to do or whatever. But what do you think about it? And where do you think that is? And then we'll talk about Overwatch too, because I know you have your opinion on that as well.
Bro, honestly, I am so happy I don't give a shit about Valorant anymore. Like, I know that Valorant is probably the reason why I have a platform in the first place, but I can't fucking stand the game anymore, dude. I can't.
It's rough.
It is awful. Like the whole, you know, not dying or the almost dying thing made me realize how little that the ranks and stuff mattered. But now it's that on top of the community's perception of people that drives me fucking crazy. Like,
dude, the game is so toxic.
Dude, people value other people based off their fucking rank in that game. And I have endless amounts of scoreboards to show you that rank is fucking meaningless. Okay? When I'm a fucking Plat 2 player on the top of the leaderboard and our Ascendant 1 chamber went 5-16. Okay?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that symbol indicates that he's a better player than me. I don't care if he's having a bad game. Ethan, everyone has bad games. I don't give a shit. Okay? You're full of shit. Anyone who thinks that rank actually matters in that game is a fool, bro. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And that's how the community literally values each other. And the community just go into any random game, bro. Solo queue. I don't have friends. I on a lucky day, I'll have someone that's on my friends list that is in the same like rank-ish area as me. and I can queue with them. But most of the time, I'm solo, bro. That community is ass cheeks.
It's bad.
Solo queue.
It's bad, bro. Oh,
like
all I do is
hate
solo queue.
I hate it. I can't stand it.
There's been times, and I'm sure you've felt this way, where I've taken my fist, I've looked at it, and I've gone like this. I'm like, do I do it? And I've almost broke, and then I have a wireless mouse. I've almost thrown that
I'm gonna
many
headbutt my
times
monitor
across the room.
one of these days. Like, that's my.
Well,
That would be my go-to move: either slamming the $1,300 mic into the monitor, or slamming my head into the monitor.
at least you have a nice head of hair.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I've been there, believe me. And I've played. I didn't play beta. I've been playing since launch. I think like a week after launch I started. And you know, it's like some games make me feel good about myself. I'm like, okay, I've redeemed myself. I normally play pretty well. I'll have bad games here and there. And then there's other games. It's just you have like maybe like you're playing with a trio or a duo, and they're so fucking toxic. I came from Apex. I thought Apex was toxic. No. No.
Not in comparison, no.
Valorant is one of the most toxic games I've ever played in my entire life. And apparently League of Legends is worse. I know I've talked about this before, but apparently League of Legends is like on a whole other level outside of fucking Valorant. And they're both Riot games, which makes sense. Whatever. You know, it kind of is what it is. What do you think about the new Agent Harbor? Did you see some of that stuff that came out today?
I didn't see shit. I saw a screenshot of his face. He's got a nice beard. You know, I think he was holding the sheriff. He controls water or some shit, right? Like freaking, like a damn.
Yeah, so it looked
Poseidon.
like. Yeah, it almost looked like almost looked like he had like a bubble that stopped bullets.
That's stupid. I'm just saying that, bro. That's fucking stupid.
He had a wall like Sage, but it's water, so I'd imagine it's not permanent. And they didn't really. And then it looked like he had like a ground effect that would slow or do something, but obviously it was just a video, so they didn't show like the actual shit that he
They
can
should
do.
make a ground effect that makes it so you can't stand still.
That would fuck with me.
To fuck with your accuracy, bro. That's what I'm
That would
saying.
fuck
That
with
would
me,
be
bro.
a good ability. The slippery floor, bro. Put down the little
You're
fucking
just like
yellow
fucking
sign.
sliding all
Put
over
down
the
the
place.
little fucking yellow sign, wet floor sign, bro. You know what I'm saying? Turn it into a fucking slip and slide.
So moving from Valorant, you're fucking cracking me up with Overwatch 2 today, dude. Or I don't know if it was. I think it was
Bro,
yesterday.
one more thing about Valorant, dude. And
Yeah.
this is what I hate more than anything about it. Riot doesn't give a fucking rat's ass about you unless you're immortal or higher.
Seriously?
Won't change my mind about that. Isn't that how they changed the game, bro? It's all based around the esports. And all the changes seem to only factor in like the high level play. They don't give a shit if you're like diamond or under. You are just money for them. Literally. Like you are just giving them money and they don't care about you. But you continue
Which
to
is
give
wild
them
to
money.
think about, right? Think about it. 90% of their player base is probably silver, gold,
99%.
plat, and diamond.
99% of players will never hit Immortal. Straight up. Like Immortal, I'm pretty sure is top 1%.
Yeah.
And that's the 1% they care about, dude. That's all I'm saying. I believe that 100% that they really like honestly couldn't give a rat's ass about any of the players that are under Immortal.
Well, think about it, right? If they're making, so they released the Champions bundle this year,
Mm-hmm.
which would they make like 20 mil,
At least.
right?
I bought the Phantom, bro. I don't give a shit.
I fucking bought it too. Okay, I didn't want to, but I did, and I thought I spent money on the game. I haven't spent $1,000 yet. I think I spent like 900.
I wish I hadn't spent a fucking grand.
I choose my
God,
bundles.
dude.
I choose my bundles how I purchase, but it's kind of wild to think about it because you got a lot of people that really want that shit, and then they realize they're like, all right, okay, they gave 10 mil back to the players or whatever, but they made 30 mil on 2 things, or what was it? It was a Phantom, the
And
karambit
a really
and
shitty butterfly knife.
or butterfly knife and like 2 random things, and they made millions,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And that's why they don't give a fuck, because they make so much money that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares about the people that actually spend the money when you're making fucking buckets of it? They'll care when it's like 5 years down the line and people are like, oh, fuck that game.
Dude,
You know?
the esports side of Valorant makes me so angry. Because I've dug myself a pit, Max, okay? I mean, I've dug myself a fucking pit. Because ever since I got back from the hospital, Riot gave me one pity invite. And after that pity invite, they haven't invited me back. Because after the hospital, I started talking about how I really feel about the game. Because before the hospital, you know, when you're making thousands of dollars and you got hundreds of people watching, I'll fucking play Valorant. I don't give a shit. You know,
Yeah.
I can feel my mouse. I was Diamond 2, almost Diamond 3. I was having a good time. After the hospital, I dropped down to fucking gold. My arm is limp. I had a little, like, fucking therapy swingy thingy to get my arm to move on my desk, bro. I had a fucking
Jesus
arm
Christ.
holder clamped to my desk so I could move the mouse. Because I could
Wow.
barely swivel my bicep to get my arm to move back and forth.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Okay. You know, as soon as I started saying, like, fuck this game's trash, every day, multiple times a day, bro, they never invited me back. They never.
So you're not invited to the Harbor playthrough tomorrow?
Dude, I haven't been invited to an event since Fracture came out.
Gee, that's a year.
Yeah.
Literally a year.
Yeah. And I get it. You know, I get it. Why would we invite a guy that bitches and moans about the game all the time? But now I see that they're not inviting a bunch of the creators. The only creators they invite are like the like 2-3K handies. Like the people that get literally thousands of viewers. And then you have all the people like me who play the game like 8 hours a day with like 50 to 100 viewers. You got all those people who are, I would argue, just as dedicated, if not more in some cases, than the 3 to 5K viewer Andes out there. And they don't get shit. They don't get invited. TikTokers that upload like couple times a day, high quality content, hundreds of thousands of followers, 50 to 100 viewers on Twitch, never even acknowledged their existence by Riot.
That's wild,
And-
dude. And I mean, like,
Last thing I'm going to complain about, this fucking VCT bullshit, bro.
yeah, dude.
That's a kick in the dick to every single Valorant streamer, bro. I averaged 75 viewers in August. And then when VCT started in September, I went down to averaging 30 during VCT because that's how much of the Valorant community only gives a shit about VCT. But you're only allowed to co-stream it if you're one of the giant streamers that Riot picked to co-stream it. Like Tarek or Tenz's girlfriend or Average Jonas or someone like that. You know what I'm saying? So the people that already make tens of thousands of dollars and have thousands of viewers are allowed to co-stream the event that's going to get them more viewers and more money. But all the people that dedicate their lives to the game get a swift kick in the viewership and sayonara, see you when VCT's over. That
yeah,
annoys
fuck you.
the fuck out of me. And I get it. You know, like I said, I wouldn't be invited to watch party that shit. I don't give a fuck about Valorant esports, okay? But, like, I know there are creators out there that do care and would do just as good or better watch parties and just as informative and meaningful watch parties as those big streamers would.
Yeah.
And none of them get invited. You could probably count on one hand the amount of streamers that got invited to watch party at last month. It's
Well,
crazy.
I mean,
bro.
you got a guy like Shroud who gets,
Yeah.
you know, 50K
Eric had,
viewers
like,
anyway.
100,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Like, sure,
And meanwhile,
I get
you're
it.
struggling,
I get
you know?
I get why he can watch party it, bro. I don't get why they don't let all the other Valorant streamers do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Like, both content creator wise and player base wise, if you're not at like the tippity top, Riot doesn't give a shit.
And I mean, I part of me gets it, but part of me is like, I don't know, man. I feel like they walk the fine
I'm not
line.
even
I mean,
angry
look
for
what
me anymore. Like, I know why they don't invite me. Fuck Valorant, okay? I used to suck Riot's dick all the time. I spent $3,500 on that game. Never again. You know, I'm over it. I'll play it because I need to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? But like,
He's even getting rid of the sign behind him.
I want to. Yeah,
He said,
no one bid
fuck
on it,
out of
dude.
here.
I'm just,
But I mean-
I'm just sad about all the creators that like put as much time and effort as I was putting into it before the hospital that deserve acknowledgement by Riot that just nothing ever.
They play a fine line too, because like look at all the shit that happened with Carlos, right? They basically kicked him out. He lost everything, had to step away, and then they just today came out and said, "Hey, you can't even be a manager or owner of an org that is involved with Valorant until 2023." Just because the guy obviously associated with the Andrew Tate, who's, you know, controversial figure to begin with.
I honestly didn't even follow the whole Carlos situation. All I heard
I
is
mean-
that he partied with Andrew Tate and then he got blacklisted by the industry or some shit.
Yeah, and that's what happened. And Riot came out today was like, yeah, no, you can't even be associated with the team until 2023
That's
because he
fucking
associated
stupid.
with him. I mean,
Because he associated
look,
with Tate?
because he posted a Twitter video of him out with him. That's it. That's how it started. And it became this whole thing. And like, look, you know,
Bro, I would fucking love to get a drink with Andrew Tate, bro.
yeah,
The guy is interesting as fuck.
yeah.
Just because you're in the same room as him doesn't mean you share his fucking brain.
And then he backed it up by saying, hey, look, I can hang out with who I want to hang out with.
Exactly.
And that's when the internet went crazy. And it's like, dude, how does the internet control who you fucking are friends with or associate with or talk to or fucking have to take a shot with?
Listen, bro, this is going to be controversial as fuck, but literally, this industry glorifies people who will quite literally show every part of their body for money, but blacklist someone like Andrew Tate who still believes in like the original form of like the nuclear family and the man being the provider and that kind of stuff. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, it's why, like, for me, I don't think it's okay for companies. I get it could be a bad image, but it's not okay to like blacklist somebody just because they posted a video of you hanging out with them. It's not like they posted a video of him like sucking his dick or something, you know, something like fucking crazy. Like it wasn't even crazy. He was just out partying with the guy, and it became this thing because the internet just wants to cancel everybody.
yeah.
You pick your nose and fart in an aisle at CVS, canceled. Like that's where we're at, you know? It's
And bro, honestly, like think about the amount of knowledge that someone like Andrew Tate has. Like the amount of experience that they have that we're never going to see anything like they've ever seen. I would like just sitting down and talking to someone like that for an hour would be crazy. You learn shit that you would never learn in our lifetime talking to someone like that. And there's
Couldn't agree more.
Like there's nothing wrong even sitting down and having a one-on-one with them. There's nothing wrong with that, let alone being in the same like room and a fucking party, bro. That's crazy to me.
yeah, and I mean, like, it's wild to think that the internet has that much power that it could just cancel you for having to drink with somebody or partying with somebody, you know? And I mean, that's the world we live in. And it's wild, it sucks, but I mean, I guess it kind of is what it is, you know? I would sit down with the guy, just out of sheer interest, because for me, I just like talking to people. I like getting everybody's feel for who they are, what they do, what they've been through, because like, you know, my personality is different. Like, I'm not a religious person. I believe in a higher power. I'm technically Catholic, you know, but I've learned a lot in what I do that religion and politics, you tend to never get. It's always it's normally a lose-lose when you pick a side, You know, so for me, I've always grown up thinking like, hey, yeah, it's cool to talk about it, but like you shouldn't impose. Like, you know, I hear shit like if you're in California and you say you're Catholic, don't like fucking look down on you, because Catholicism is looked down on in certain things, and it's like, why? Why is that a thing?
Bro, I'm
know,
going to keep it a buck with you, Max. I'm surprised I have survived as long as I have in this industry as a conservative Christian, because that's just a very unpopular lifestyle to have nowadays, I feel like.
100% it is. But you know what? That's your fucking belief, man. Like, if that's what you believe in, you fucking believe in it. There's nothing wrong with that. You could fucking talk about that. If you brought that up on your stream and I'm watching your stream, I wouldn't be offended, because that's what you believe in. That's you. The whole fucking point of streaming and doing those different things is to kind of like, and that's really the whole point of me even doing this podcast, is that I feel like a lot of people see like the tag, but they don't really get to know you more.
Yeah.
And the whole point of doing this podcast is to get to know people more than their just gaming profiles. It's, what do you believe in? You almost fucking died. How the fuck did you almost die? Like, how is that affecting you in your life? And I think that that's important, because you have so many fucking trolls. You have so many fucking people on the internet that don't give a shit. And I think if they learn some things, then maybe they'll understand where you're coming from. And you know, you being conservative, I mean, even if you didn't believe in God that much before you died, but you believe in him 10 times more now.
It's not even like, it's not even a conservative thing, bro. It's like I'm a pretty simple person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I vote based off my Christian principles, and I believe in my right to be able to defend myself. Because I tell you right now, if some motherfucker fists up comes into my house, I ain't gonna win that fight. He's gonna beat the fucking shit out of me, bro. But if I grab my 45 off the nightstand, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance.
You win.
Yeah,
probably.
Listen, I ain't like a damn sharpshooter, but you know, you come to my bedroom, I ain't gonna go fists up with you, buddy. I'm just gonna aim that shit at you until you go away.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the one thing I never understood Tate getting canceled about is his old school view on the man-woman relationship.
Yeah.
The man being the protector and the provider, that's something that I grew up knowing. It's less and less common nowadays, but that's how I was raised, bro. The man is originally considered like the provider of the household. I don't think there's anything wrong with the woman having a job or contributing or whatever. But if it's my house with my wife and my children, I feel responsible to both provide and protect for them. And I'll do that.
I feel like that's ingrained.
I feel like I'll do that a hell of a lot better with a gun than I would with my fists. Or you know, it's not like the comedies where you walk into the kitchen and you go shh and you pick up a frying pan, you walk up behind them. That ain't happening, bro. If someone comes into your house with the intent to harm you or your family, you have the right to have the upper hand in that scenario. That has got me a lot of shit on Twitch, by the way. Just for saying that, I'm surprised I haven't been banned already. But it's crazy, bro. That something as simple as that can be like, I don't know if it's cancel worthy, but it definitely get you blocked by a few people on Twitter.
It's divisive.
Yeah,
it's divisive. But you know what, man? Like, you know, I'm older than you, and it's actually kind of wild that you have those views, because a lot of people your age don't have those views.
They
don't.
So
it's and honestly, there's nothing wrong with it, dude. I mean, I grew up that way. That's how I was brought up. My dad always taught me, "Hey, look, man, like you gotta provide. That's your role as a man, you know." And you know, obviously, we've evolved. Things are different. But I've always felt that. I still feel that way.
Yeah, my
and
dad's like, Ethan, why don't you have a girlfriend? It's like, do you see me? Also, I make like $1,000 a month, bro. I can't provide for shit. I can barely provide for myself. Like, give me a break, dude. Maybe in a few years, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, and women, it's a fickle thing. For me, my advice to you, just out of experience is you got to fix yourself first.
Oh, 100%.
Get yourself to where you don't have to be fucking skinny, bro. Do you?
Oh,
Okay?
dude, I'm 6'5". I'm never gonna be skinny. Like you see how I'm
just.
If you saw how I was built, bro, I'm built like a damn football player. Even at my lightest, I'll still be like huge.
Yeah, listen, do you? But I think that like once you get yourself a little situated, you know, you're still barely a year out of being out of the hospital, right? Like get yourself
About a year
little
and a
bit
half,
more
yeah.
back to form. Yeah, you know, and work on yourself, and then you think about that shit. You're still super young.
Oh yeah, dude. Every time Twitch
you
chat
gotta-
asks, I'm like, bro, I am at least a couple years away from any of that type of stuff.
Yeah, you got a long way to go, man. And listen, you know, it's stupid to say this, but like I'm older. If you ever have questions or you need help, I'm here, bro. I've been through the ringer. I've gone through my fair share of crazy shit. I'm always willing to help people. So if you ever have some weird shit, you're like, fuck, I don't know what's going on. I probably dealt with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're young. You got a long way to go. Just focus on yourself for now. You'll be fine. You know, you just got to kind of do you for a while. It's what I typically tell people. Do you. Get yourself back. I mean, you know, start doing what you were doing before the hospital in terms of like how you were eating and what you were doing and how you lost that weight. And you'll get there. It's going to take time, though, and you just got to keep your mentals. That's really for you probably the biggest thing is keeping your mentals, like, positive.
Dude.
Because the moment you start going negative and into yourself, it gets bad. And
That's what I'm saying, bro. People come into my stream and give me shit for being negative and stuff, bro, and I'm like, listen, you don't understand how much mental capacity it took for me to get out of bed this morning.
Yeah.
Let alone get out of bed, come to the office, turn on the lights and the cameras, and get on a computer and try to stream.
Only to have someone to say, you're a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what, motherfucker?
Every time I start
will
uploading
fucking kill you.
TikToks, every time I start uploading TikToks, I get people coming in and saying shit every day. But it's like, dude, I don't know how to shake this, but I have become such a worse person this past year. It's crazy. Like, I used to get mad, right? Like, I used to say, like, oh, fuck this game, whatever. Now, you'll see me, like, fuck this shit, suck a penis, cock, cunt, whatever, you know? I didn't used to say that kind of stuff. I
Dude,
just
your
became,
Overwatch 2,
become
your
fucking
Overwatch 2
angry,
streams.
bro. Like, I'm just,
Your
like,
Overwatch
I'm
2
angry.
streams.
Like, I just get angry. Like, people don't understand, bro. These games, they bring out, like, my bitterness from what happened this past year.
Yeah.
Like, it's all just internal anger being, like, escaping a little bit when I get mad at these games. Because I'm pissed off at myself. I'm pissed off at what happened. And everyone's like, oh, well, it happened to get over it. I'm like, I'm trying. You know?
Stuff to get over almost dying. Even if it's not your fault.
It's not even that
Like,
at this
you know?
point, bro. It's like I was making like $5,000 a month. Now I'm making like a fifth of that. And I'm not making much progress because I'm not uploading to TikTok. As soon as I start uploading to TikTok, I'll start growing more. But then all the fucking idiots will start coming back into chat. And it's just like, it's rough.
Dude, and you know what, man? It's to do all that, like, I mean, like, I really got into editing videos this past year, and like, it takes a lot to edit a video to make it at least like look okay.
Yeah.
Like, even if you just don't even know what you're doing, and you're like, if you're uploading every 4 hours on top of it, like, I try to do one a day. I mean, if you're doing 4 a day, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, dude, I was doing like 6. I would gather all the clips and I would schedule them 4 hours apart. So like
That's a lot.
midnight, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, keeps going every day.
And I mean, that alone is mentally like draining. A lot of people don't realize just what goes into all the content creation. I mean, I could tell you, dude, just off of what I'm doing, like, just to pull the content I need to pull to make YouTube videos and TikToks. I mean, just to get people, like, just to go out on my way to try to to get people to respond to me, to say, hey, yeah, let's do it, or no, I'm not interested, it's a lot. It can be draining. And I've had people tell me, nah, I'm not interested. And that on top for me, it makes me depressed. I'm like, ah, fuck, like, should I keep doing this? And, it's the same thing with streaming. It's like, you get on, you're all fucking primed, and you have 2 viewers for an hour. You're like, should I continue to do this? Like, is it worth it?
Bro,
there's a lot of that all the time.
Like, chat makes me feel like a piece of shit because my mental health goes down when my viewer count's below 40, but they don't realize, like, everyone in chat always makes me feel bad. Ethan, people would kill to be in the position you're in. Bro. Like, they don't understand what it was like to be at that point and then be dragged back down to this point. Like, I understand that I'm, like, the 30, 40 viewers is, like, a lot more than a lot of people on Twitch get. But for me, it's like 1/10 of what I was getting. And when the chat's not active and the viewer count was down and I'm fucking solo queuing, bro, my mental just gone,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
try really hard to make it entertaining, and sometimes I do it, but sometimes I'll just like end the stream. I'll be like, listen, chat, the chat is dead. This game's pissing me off. I'm going home. So some days I'll come to the office. I'll have like 2-hour stream because I'm just like, can't do it. Because I've learned that it's better, especially with how bitter and angry of a person I've become this past year, to just walk away than like trying to like power through it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I 100%, like, there was times when I was streaming that I would start, I'd play for an hour. You'd have that one game where you have someone leave round 3. It's a 4v5.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 people that are like just saying the N-word, and like it's and then you have I muted enemy chat, which has helped my mental a little bit, but it's still, sometimes your teammates are worse than the enemies.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand completely, dude. Your mental state plays a big part, and especially when you're trying to entertain. If you're just not in the mood and you're fucking pissed off, some of that could be fun, but if you're at a certain point, it just makes you, and you're bitter, it just makes the entertainment level like bad, and people are like, well, what the fuck's wrong with you? And you're like, fuck you, guy. Go away. So last thing I want to talk about was Overwatch 2, outside of Valorant. You've been playing that. I actually downloaded it last night. I played 3 games.
What'd you think?
I did. So I played 1. I didn't notice a difference at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't. It felt like I was playing
New
Overwatch
engine,
1.
Looks a little bit prettier. Runs about the same. But I honestly, bro, that 5v5 makes it a lot more fun. Having one tank instead of 2, especially coming from someone who was a DPS main. Bro, it used to be like Shield City. You know what I'm saying? You have fucking Winston Bubble. You have motherfucking Reinhardt with a 2,000 HP shield covering his whole team. Bastion used to have his own personal shield. You get fucking Sigma throwing out a shield. You got Orisa throwing out a shield. You used to have like 2 1,000 HP plus shields covering the entire enemy team. So you used to be basically shooting shields half the game as a DPS player. But now, with only 1 tank, and most of the time, team comps now don't even have a shield tank. So you be playing against like 5 actual players instead of shooting at like these big fucking overshields the whole time. And I think it's a lot faster and a lot more fun.
Yeah, I noticed I felt like there was a lot more combat. It felt like there was a lot more combat.
You actually need to aim in this one.
Yeah, so I did find it more enjoyable, and I can't say I played Overwatch 1 enough. Like, I played it, but I didn't play it like I did like a Valorant.
Yeah.
Like, if Valorant 2 came out,
I'd
be able to tell you.
Me and my best friend Dan, we peaked, I want to say high plat or diamond on PlayStation. Back in the console days, dude.
Nice.
2016 Overwatch, before I had my first PC in 2017. It was fun.
And you never look back. Dude, PC gaming, I don't care
And then when
who's
Overwatch
listening
2
to
came
this.
out, they merged my accounts, so I got all my console shit on PC. Which I didn't even know was going to happen. I had like $400. Bro, every weekend I would use my allowance on Overwatch loot boxes. So I got like $300 or $400 of loot box skins from back on 2016, all ported over to my PC account last week.
And they got rid of loot boxes too.
Oh yeah,
right?
they're gone now. They listen, bro. Now that it's free to play though, they're fucking milking it. $20 for a legendary skin.
I mean, that's like Apex Legends.
Apex
Legends
but
does
there's
the same
like
thing.
40
bro.
heroes, dude. Hey, listen, bro. You're a new player. Good luck. You know you be spending like fucking $300-$400 just to get a skin for everybody.
I downloaded the game, and this is what I typically do. I'll do the battle pass just to be like, all right, I paid $10. I feel a little bit better about myself because I'm not taking full advantage of it. But it also gives me like, all right, I paid $10. I should probably play it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it gives me a little skin in the game. We'll see. I mean, it's just tough for me to not play Valorant. As much as I fucking hate the game, it's hard for me to not play it.
Bro,
I can't explain it.
I get so
it's like a
stressed
drug.
out with numbers, money. Like I don't know why. Like I don't have a need for much money, okay? If I wanted money, Max, I would have fucking stuck with my cybersecurity degree, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd be making $250,000 a year by now. I wouldn't be living in my parents' house. You know what I'm saying? Like if people are like, whenever people have the audacity to come into the stream and tell me I'm doing it for money, I'm like, listen, bro, there are a lot of paths I could have taken if I just wanted money. And this ain't the one.
Yeah. No, definitely
I fucking
not.
stress out.
I've
Like,
spent
I
more.
make like $5 most mornings, bro. I spend 4 hours streaming. I get like $5. You know, I get lucky because there's a few people who will come in at the nighttime. Sometimes someone will give like 5 or 10 subs. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll be able to pay my internet bill this month. You know,
I'll do that. I do that
that's
sometimes
what I'm saying,
just because
bro.
I know.
Like,
you know.
It's crazy. That's the thing that stresses me out the most, though, is when that stupid number on Twitch, that sub count keeps fucking going down, bro. And because all this like gifted subs and prime subs that don't automatically renew.
Yeah.
And trying to keep that above a threshold is like a constant war. I had a guy last night coming to my stream. I had a little blue crown next to his name. I said, hey, guy, do you have an Amazon Prime subscription? And he gave me shit. He gave me shit for asking about it, and he left. He's like, wow, what a way to introduce yourself. I'm like, bro, this is my job. That's how I do it. Listen, every $250 I save from going back to Jeff and Amazon, you know, that's literally how I pay my bills. Prime subs. Like, people just
crazy,
don't understand it, bro.
It's a grind, bro.
Overwatch
you know, I appreciate it.
It's been fun, though. I think the only reason it has had any sort of viewership on my channel is because of the whole drops thing going on.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw you were doing drops, especially, I was like, oh, yeah, definitely going to hang out because why not? You know, why wouldn't you? It's kind of silly. You get it for free just for hanging out. You know, it helps you, helps them, helps us. It's a win-win, you know? Last question. And we'll end it because I know we went a little bit over, but it's been fun kind of getting to know some of the background of you. So, what's your future look like? I like to ask this because I feel like it's a hard question, but not. Where do you see yourself in a year, 3 years, 5 years?
Hey, bro, look back on this shit in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got a plan, brother. All right.
Let tell the viewers and the listeners
plan
what this
on
fucking plan is.
Owning a media corporation. Okay? Twitch streaming, like I said, very small part of what I plan on doing. I've actually grown to fucking hate it the more I do it. Like, I love, dude, listen, I love talking to people, okay? I enjoy video games. What I don't enjoy is Twitch as a company and the gaming community. There's a lot of dumb shit in that community. And it is just mind-blowing how toxic some of it is. Now, I've met a lot of cool people. Okay, I'm not going to disregard the good part of it, but wow. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see before you get into this, did you see the video of the old lady today? She was talking about TwitchCon, and she's like, thank God those people are no longer here. They were all awful people and entitled assholes.
Trainwreck said it pretty much said it, bro. It's literally the living embodiment of Twitch chat. I don't know what people expect.
Yeah.
I would not enjoy TwitchCon unless I had like a really solid friend group that I was going to be constantly surrounded by. There is no way in hell I would spend my money to go to an event like that.
Yeah, no.
Twitch as a company, dude, they take enough of my fucking money.
Well, especially after all that shit they announced with the Twitch partners, like they
blows
nah, we're not doing that shit.
Mind how much money Twitch takes from streamers, and I didn't realize this until a guy that worked in ads came into my chat a couple weeks ago and said that Twitch takes 90% of my ad revenue.
Wow!
I made $59 after streaming 200 hours in September or August. Okay. Which means that I had maybe a $1,100 payout in August after streaming for 200 hours. But that means Twitch not only took like 50% of subs, yada, yada, yada. They took $590 of ad revenue.
That's fucking
And I
crazy,
made
dude.
$1,100 that month. So not only did I make them $1,100 that month, right? But then they also took $590 of the presumed $500 or $650 of ad revenue I made them.
That's crazy, dude.
Bro, it just blows my mind how they can get away with that shit. And you know, these top streamers are too big of pussies to move, bro. Like unless they get like a deal written to them from another platform, they're sitting tight. They got their prime subs. They've got their sub count nice, high, and tidy. They don't need to worry about money for a while. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to get them to budge. And as long as they don't budge, the industry's not going to budge. And we're all going to be stuck here on twitch.tv. It's crazy. Anyway, so a lot of people ask why I don't have like an alias, right?
Yeah.
Because this is my name, bro. Like my Twitch name, my Twitter handle, whatever. Like this is my dead ass name. I don't care.
I was gonna ask you that, by the way. That was I forgot to fucking write it down.
I don't want to be like a fucking name, like an alias, bro. I want to be me. I'm not. I ain't under no alias. I'm not putting on a damn mask. There's no deception happening here. Okay, what you see is what you get. I'm the most open fucking book you'll see on Twitch. I've talked about everything, like depression, etc., whatever. I'm like the most authentic person you will find on the platform. But I want to do a lot more than just Twitch. Like, I want to do, like, a daily talk show. I want to do weekly podcasts. I want to have a late-night live show on a platform like Twitch. Hopefully not Twitch by the time I get around to that. I want to have, like, a Patreon set up with exclusive content locked behind that paywall. I want to have companies. I want to have a company that runs a bunch of different subsidiary channels where I contract creators that I like to run them. So it'll be the base media company producing the talk show and the podcast and the weekly live show or the daily live show that I'm doing. And then it'll have subsidiary channels on different topics or with different creators and stuff that are all like under and supported by the main company. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. This motherfucker got like some Lex Luthor type shit.
Bro,
he's like,
like,
yo,
listen,
I'm running
bro,
a corp.
All I'm saying is that there's gonna be a force to be reckoned with in this industry. I don't know if it's all gonna be gaming, because the more I go on, the more and more dislike I get for like the gaming communities, just because how toxic most of it is.
Yeah.
Gaming will probably always be a part of it. Maybe on like the night streams or something, but I'm telling you, bro, I can't do that stuff right now because I can barely look at myself. I fucking hate myself so much.
Oh, dude, stop it,
no,
man.
Listen,
stop it.
If I don't listen, bro, you don't understand, because if I don't think like that, I'll never change it. Because
That's true.
everyone's like, oh, love yourself, body positivity.
No, fuck that
Fuck
shit,
off. Okay, listen, bro. I'm like, I'll be probably fucking dead in 5 years if I don't lose weight. All right, don't tell me that I look good. Because I know I got the hair and I got the eyes, but that's about it. All right, no one wants this. You know what I'm saying? Like when this is all gone, bam, it's gonna be fucking crazy, bro. Like, listen, bro, we got the brown eyes, we got the red copper mane, we got the wide shoulders. We're 6'5".
You got quite
Like,
the mane, bro. I'm a little jealous.
People won't be able to imagine the content powerhouse, the 6'5" content powerhouse that we're gonna become when this fucking weight loss journey is over.
Hey, man, you know what? I applaud you, bro. And I agree with you. I mean, I've talked about this before, but the whole, like, okay, it's good to have body positivity, but you also have to be realistic.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm a fat kid, and I know that I'm not, like, I'm trying to be healthy, but I know I'm not healthy. And I know that that's not okay. And it's okay to know that, you know? But, like, we have so much positivity towards the things that you shouldn't be positive about.
Yeah.
You should want to be healthy. And, like, you know, if you're being healthy, it's okay to be overweight to a certain degree, but you should want to do better for yourself.
Bro, I tell
know?
you, it's fucking crazy, dude. I eat a salad every day. Literally, every fucking day. And it's ironic as hell because I know all those kids in the TikToks that are going phase burger or whatever. Those motherfuckers their moms are driving them through Burger King every day after school.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I haven't had Burger King in like 14 months.
Oh, dude, I eat that shit. I gain 5 pounds instantly.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't like.
Instantly.
I go to a fast food once a week, usually Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, because I like chicken.
love them both.
Fucking love chicken, bro. Okay.
Me too.
So me and my dad will do our little grocery shopping outing. We'll stop at Popeyes on the way home, and that'll be like my all natural meal of the week. Like we do all natural, organic, everything at home. And I don't.
Have I
had what?
Have you had Popeyes blackened chicken?
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, and it's
pretty
actually
good.
not that bad for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm
a spicy chicken sandwich guy.
Dude, me too.
It's not
Me
that
too.
spicy, but it hits the spot. You know, when you eat like because I usually end up like eating like salads and like rice and chicken and like flatbreads and that kind of stuff throughout the week. So
Yeah.
that, you know, that once a week, bro, that spicy chicken sandwich with the soda just hits different. I know it's like complete garbage, but like you need just a little bit of garbage so you can eat the rest of the stuff throughout the week. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A is the shit.
Yeah.
I could eat that every day. I know
think
it's
I
terrible.
like Popeyes more.
Do
Just
you?
because it's bigger. Like the you know, I feel so fat when I do it, bro, but like I have to order more than just a little sandwich at Chick-fil-A to fill me.
See, the thing though that I like about the
they're
Chick-fil-A
so
one
fucking
though.
small, dude.
Oh yeah, but the nice thing about the Chick-fil-A one is the spice is built in to the actual like fried shit that they put in the chicken.
That's fair.
Whereas with Popeyes, it's like the sauce, whatever they put on top. That's my thing. Not saying I still like it.
That lets the chicken stay crispy though, just for the record. I'm pretty sure
is
that's
true.
why they do it. Because you ain't getting that crisp on that Chick-fil-A sandwich.
No. Oh, absolutely not. They know what the fuck they're doing at Popeyes. I'll give them that, dude. But hey, listen. So we went pretty long. You're fucking great, dude. I love your content. Talk to the viewers, the listeners about where they could find you, wherever you want them to find you.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm live weekdays 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Ethan Benard. Benard, by the way, being my last name, unlike how 99% of people say it, Bernard. I'm telling you, bro, that second R, their heads just fucking make it appear. Like, they just put that shit in there themselves. Hey, you seen this Ethan Bernard guy? No. He's a freaking imposter, dude. I don't know who that is. All right?
Where the fuck is the R, man? We want to know.
B-N-A-R-D, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
And that's
it
the
was
same
fun, dude.
for TikTok and Twitter.
I had to put live at the end of the TikTok username. Someone stole it. They have 0
Bitch.
followers.
That's a dick move.
And 127,000 followers isn't enough to get TikTok to give you your username back.
That's fucked, bro.
Good to know.
I looked. Same thing with my name. I couldn't fucking get max ABV on Twitch. It has to be max_ABV because the other guy has like 2 followers and doesn't have a photo. And
Bro, hey, listen, bro. One day I'm gonna get the connections and I'm gonna get the username Ethan on Twitch.
let's go.
One day. That day's not now, but one day. That's the ultimate goal, bro. Just at Ethan on all socials.
That's baller. I'll give you that.
That's the end goal, but it's probably a
but
pricey
hey,
one.
Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Everybody, Drink O'Clock Pod on Twitter. You can find it on YouTube, on TikTok. I'll have this episode posted either later tonight or early tomorrow in terms of you can find this on anywhere you can find podcasts. So if you want to tell anyone where to find it, say, hey, you have Apple? Great. Fucking just search Drink O'Clock Pod. It'll show up. And then I'll have some excerpts from here on YouTube. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Ethan, you're the man, bro.
Yeah,
Stay solid.
appreciate
Stay alive.
having me, dude.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Drink O'Clock podcast. It's closing time. Until next time, bottoms up, people. And we'll see you next time.